I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care if you've been with the company 10, 15, 20 years. Your mindset is always in startup mode.
I love it. I love the positive flip in regards to this, right? And you see this oftentimes when new technologies come out, as you've shared over the last 50 years. There's always a new technology, and there's always the naysayers that talk about how it's going to displace things. And really, this is pushing us to be human beings, right? And expand and learn and adapt. And what's the old saying? I know you noticed that it's like if you don't adapt, it's adapt or die, right? And so how has that changed? I love the way you bring that in.
Exactly. I mean, change is normal. Change is normal. But listen to me, Abdul. Growth is optional. Big difference. Change is normal. You're going to change or you're going to be changed by change. But somewhere in the process, you are going to change. So yeah, you look at it, here comes artificial intelligence, and all right, I'm 72 years old, and when you look at my peer group, oh man, how in the world am I going to embrace this? How in the world am I going to use this? What is it going to do to me and my social security? Instead of looking at it head on, how is it going to help me sharpen the axe? I mean, don't be afraid of it. So in terms of that, so what are you doing? Okay, we talked about the fact that, your value add. Another one in terms of that skill set, you got to think entrepreneurially. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care if you've been with the company 10, 15, 20 years. Your mindset is always in startup mode. You got to think as if you're engaged right now in a startup. Why? Well, we talked about it, Abdul, in terms of change. If you're doing the same thing the same way that you've done 5, 10, 15, 20 years, chances are, not all the time, but chances are it's being done the wrong way. Where can you make the slight improvements? Where can you make the slight modifications? And you're going to have to do that. Why? Because everybody's not your customer. Everybody, even Chick-fil-A. Everybody, all right, you got 376 million people in the United States. Not all 376 are going to buy from Chick-fil-A. So even Chick-fil-A, even McDonald's, even Apple with the iPhones, not everybody's your customer. So when you think of yourself as a startup, and when you think of where can I make the modifications, that's the critical question that all entrepreneurs have got to answer. Who are the individuals, the group of individuals who currently aren't using my product and service, but would use my product or service if I made the slightest change, adjustment, modification to my product and service?